What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. I was going to do like a squad builder today where I build the squad one at a time, but I'm going to play a live game as well, so if I did that it would have been like a 30-minute long video and we don't want that. So I'm going to show you the brand new squad I've built for today. I'm going to play a live game today. Then tomorrow's video is probably going to be a combination of the rest of the daily knockout tournament and the final Division 1 games. I've nearly won Division 1 again, so I can qualify myself at any point now for FUT Champs if I want to play this weekend. You know, I talked about, did I talk about it on stream? I can't remember. I might not, I was sitting there thinking I might not qualify for FUT Champs this weekend. I just have no interest in playing it, but what I do have interest in doing right now is having fun with different squads and different players, and to do that, FUT Champs would be a welcome position to go and test out some squads and play some games. So I'm currently 7-0 in Division 1, so just 2 points needed from 3 games to win a title, and even if I lost all 3 or drew 1 and lost 2, I would still qualify for FUT Champs this weekend. So we're there. Now, new daily objectives should have been released, so we're going to have a look at those. The AI can't... Wait... 15 hours. Oh, they get released at a different time, don't they? New weekly objectives are nearly finished with the new weekly objectives. Need 6 more first-time shots in online seasons and 15 professional goals in squad battles matches. So I will get those done at one stage or another. But guys, if we could drop a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. And let's have a look at the squad. This is the reason why I went for more. I ended up building a full England squad with players that I've loved, players that I've not really used. Obviously, we've got a couple of new players, like brand new player Ferdinand, Moore, Joe Hart, Kyle Walker I haven't used this year. We've got this Sessegnon back, and this team isn't really that very well balanced, so it might be a struggle if I come up against like a solid opponent. But I wanted to build a team of English players because this is probably the best year in a long time for an England team. You know, this Raheem Sterling, this Marcus Rashford, we've got obviously Rio Ferdinand back in, this Moore card super fast, this Wayne Rooney card is sick, this Ryan Sessegnon card is so good, and his team of the season, oh man, I mean... He'll have like an 87, 88 rated team of the season. What's that be? 95, 96 pace, maybe 88 dribbling, 80 defending, 84 physical, 86 passing, 85 shooting. It is going to be an exceptional card. Remember when we bought him before? We used him up front during a weekend league stint. That was a lot of fun. But picked up Joe Hart, guys. Could have used Jack Butland, but Joe Hart at 6'5", just way taller, so I prefer that to Jack Butland, even though they both have pros and cons for their stats. Kyle Walker I bought for 12,500 coins. We're going to be using him here today in the squad. Obviously, the more that we completed before, that rhymes, he's going to be in the squad. We did apply a shadow chem style to him. An ankle would probably be sufficient as well, but I wanted that pace. And then Rio Ferdinand as well. We have got an ankle now. I bought Rio Ferdinand. I actually sniped him at 442 about 3 days ago, because that's when I was initially going to make this squad, and then I decided to go for more instead, and then I did the marquee matchup, so it ended up getting delayed. But I sniped him for 442 when he was going for 450k. And now I believe he's down at like 410. There's one at 441 there. Has he gone back up? There's a 440. Alright, maybe he's gone back up. There's a 439. There's a 433. There's a 431. Well, he's back up to 430. He was down at 410 when I was looking yesterday. So I'm actually quite happy with that. You know, I'm going to take a tax loss just for building this squad. But this team isn't very well balanced, as I said. We've got Ryan Sessegnon, not the greatest defender. Good, obviously, offensively. Good ball carrying, good dribbling, good stamina. But not the best offensively. And then Theo Walcott as well in there with a lot of pace. Callum Wilson here is in the midfield. I'm going to swap Wilson and Rooney in-game. I could swap them, obviously, to start with, but that would require me spending coins on position modifiers when I could just pause it in-game and swap. So Callum Wilson's going to be our striker. We are going to be playing the 4-4-2 as well. We've got Raheem Sterling in midfield. He's actually going to stay in midfield. We've used him in midfield before. Excuse me. We've used him in midfield before. However, we've used him as a central midfielder in a 4-1-2-1-2, so I don't know how he's going to fare in a 4-4-2. And then Rashford out on the left wing. I love this card. This is one of my favourite cards so far this year. You know, it's just great. Another inform for this Rashford card, and he'll go through the roof. Then we've got Andy Carroll up front, 15 goals and 9 assists in his games for us, and then Wayne Rooney and Wilson are going to swap. So in terms of like how balanced this team is, it's not very well balanced at all. I don't really have any box-to-box midfielder. I don't have a central defensive midfielder. I've got a whole bunch of pace in the midfield, a whole bunch of attacking players, and it might cause an imbalance in the actual game itself, you know, when trying to play with these players. But we're going to be in the DKT, so hopefully it's not going to make that much of a difference. So that is the squad that we're going to be using today. And if I enjoy this squad as well, in the DKT and in Division 1, I might play with it in the weekend league for the first sort of like 4 to 6 games. You know, we'll play 4 or 6 games with this squad and see how well it fares in FUT Champs. Now, obviously, I have 2 videos since I've done anything by way of by way of reading comments out. And there's a lot of comments in the videos. The first thing I wanted to say is in the Completing League SBC video 2 episodes ago, a guy called Matt T dropped an absolutely incredible comment. He says, "Hey Nep, I see you haven't completed many teams in these League SBCs, and I thought I'd agree it's not a good coin management to complete many of the leagues in their entirety. It's still really profitable to do a lot of the individual squads. I don't know exact ones you've done already, but here is a list of loads of teams that I made and went through myself, which are nearly impossible to lose money on, and actually, depending on pack luck, pay out some insane profit." And what he's done, guys, is he's listed about 30 to 40 teams where he's given the price of how much it costs and the pack that you get back. And it's an incredible, incredible contribution to our community. So if you want to go back to episode 196, it is the top comment. I will pin it and like it as well so that you can see it too. And if you also sitting there thinking, man, I'd love some packs saved for Team of the Season, or I'd love to make some coins now so that I can buy some Team of the Season players, it'll just be a really, really great way to get involved and do that. And then in yesterday's video, the FUT Swap video, the first comment is Messi, Ronaldo and Salah front runners for Team of the Year so far, no doubt for me. And yeah, you know what's really crazy? Now, and I'm literally just speculating here, right? And I don't want to get into a Messi and Ronaldo debate because I think we're genuinely blessed to be able to see potentially the best 2 players of all time playing together in our lifetimes. So I'm not here to debate who's better, Messi or Ronaldo or whatever. But in terms of the Ballon d'Or, the World Cup will obviously have huge implications on which one of the 2 will win the Ballon d'Or this year. If either of them, we're talking about Team of the Year, but also when talking about the best player in the world this year, we could be looking at Salah as well. Salah has a sick World Cup. Are Egypt going to the World Cup? I would assume they are. Salah could end up being the very best himself, right? So Rashford's missed that. But in terms of Messi, Ronaldo, it's crazy that at the start of the season, and I know that we're only in the first half of the season. We still got the start of the next domestic season to go. We still got the World Cup to go, but Ronaldo started this season so poorly, and he still won the Ballon d'Or. And he had quite a bad just run in the league. Right now, he's a top goal scorer in all of Europe. I think he's vying for the top league goal scorer. He's a top Champions League goal scorer. And because Messi is already out of the Champions League in the quarter-final stage, and Real Madrid, at the time of making this video, are 3-0 up in leg 1 against Juventus and looking strong to go through to the semi-final. Not that Juventus can't make the comeback, but you would expect Real Madrid to probably see that game out. It is literally going to depend on if Ronaldo has an equal or better World Cup to Lionel Messi. I think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or again because he is just playing out of his skin right now. He's scoring goal after goal. He's scoring great goals. He's playing great football. And for a guy who's 33 years old, and for some people that said he was washed up, this man is just great. He's just doing great. And I love it. I love Ronaldo. I love Messi as well. Don't get me wrong. I love Ronaldo. I love Gareth Bale more than both of them, though. So hopefully Gareth Bale gets Team of the Season this year. I don't think he will, because the players that I always want to get Team of the Seasons never actually get Team of the Season. So that's pretty rough. Oof, that foul there, ref. But yeah, that was something interesting to talk about. Now, of course, in the last episode, I spoke greatly about the FUT Swap promo and how I felt like it was a bit of a rip-off, and I think EA have just, they just missed the mark. In a time where we don't get much transparency from EA, they have been very, very transparent in this regard, right? Can we get that in? Oof. Go on, Sterling. Go on, Sterling! Somebody said... Max said 60k for a FUT Swap player in a promo that rewards people playing the game. Good logic from EA. I'm thinking a 125k pack for 10 cards will end up being a minimum of 150k. Yeah, and I saw that a lot, and we don't even know what's left to come for this promo. There could be another marquee matchups next week with a card. There could be another SBC with a brick slot that ends up costing 15 or 20k for a card, and ultimately, even if the SBCs only cost 10k a man, and two marquee matchups after you get your money back from packs and stuff only cost 20k a man, you're still looking at paying like 60, 70, 80k for all the cards that you're going to dump into an SBC for a card that just won't even be as good. So I'm still absolutely firmly of the belief that this promo is not a good one. This might well be one of the worst we've had, actually. I would go as far as saying that. This is probably going to be one of... That's a pen ref. What? I know sometimes I'm like, pen ref, and sometimes it's a pen and sometimes it's not a pen. That was a goddamn pen. Every day of the week that was a pen. Come on, Carol, lad. This is all you. Oh, it's gone to the back post for Rashford. Oh, God. That's 2 sitters Rashford has missed. I can't believe that wasn't a pen. So, Ohms SSS96 says, Hey, Nepo, this was my top comment on episode 191 of the Road to Glory about foot swap deals. He says, now imagine, on top of all this, if the SBC for a player costs 30k plus, even if we get just 3 swap players by SBCs, and they cost 30k each, then it will literally be better to just go out and purchase the alternatives of these players. And yeah, you are so very, very right. Like, well, that's kind of what I just touched on. And yeah, it's just true. It's just true. That's a pen ref. What? Wait, this guy's got Messi? This guy's got Messi and Tosun. I didn't even see Messi on this guy's team, but whatevs. Let's see if we can get in behind here with Theo. No, Carvajal's too strong. I can't, like, whatever. This game, doesn't matter. I'm winning. That's all that matters. I am winning. Let's get Bios player. Scoop. That'll be a foul, though, surely. The next comment says, it's from Dean A. He says, don't complain about it, then go and complete it. You've gone against your own point. The reason why I'm going to complete it, though, is because I want... I'm going to go for 4 of the players. I'm going to get the 2 84s, an 85 and an 83 or whatever it is. I'm going to get 4 players so that I can just dump them into SBC. So I want all of the cards because only getting 11 tokens just quite simply won't be enough. So like, I know it was hypocritical to complain and then complete it, but funnily enough, I actually probably made a really small loss or a little bit of profit because I packed that 85 rated inform and because I bought the players already for so cheap. I probably made like far, or it probably cost me far less than it cost anyone else, is what I was saying. I do understand that it's a bit stupid, and yeah, I think what it was there is what we call the fear of missing out. I don't want to miss out on this card because what if EA do something outrageous? What if EA change something? What if what if just something happens? Fear of missing out. I didn't want to miss out on something. I didn't even want to miss out on potentially getting, say, the I think I'll pass that straight to him. I didn't want to potentially miss out on getting Alexis Sanchez or getting Luka Modric or getting whoever it is that I would be able to get. I didn't want to miss out on that so much that I decided to do it. And I think that's what EA gear this on. I think EA want people to be like, damn, I don't want to miss out, so I'm just going to have to do this just in case. And it's a bad way to play this game, but oh man, it's the way we play this game. Paul Griffin says, this is why I watch your videos, just straight to the point and say it how it is. I love the content. Yo, I thank you, man. Appreciate that. Stage Fright says, I can actually do the SBCs with players from the club, but I refused. Sold all the players needed for 60k. I'd rather get 60k than a Fellaini. And Stage Fright, you know what's crazy is that 60k that you made from selling overinflated prices because of that Marouane Fellaini is enough coins to buy an inform like version of a card almost identical to nearly everyone on there except the last couple. I showed yesterday, that Parejo, okay, is slower than Koke, but Parejo and Koke, like Parejo's better in many regards, although a little slower. And I don't know about weak foot and skill moves because I haven't got it to hand. And he's cheaper, and in a week's time, like I'm yet to see one of those FUT swap players in my club. Sorry, playing against them. I'm yet to see it. And that doesn't necessarily mean anything because people might be saving their tokens for obviously some of the better ones, but it's still true to say that those cards are just, they're not even better than some of the cards that we've had in the game since like the first month or two, you know, and I don't understand that. I don't understand. Yeah, I've talked about it way too much. Noam says, yo, oh, that's another one about why am I doing the marquee matchups. Fair enough. Delvic says, how to get foot swap player equals get top 100 in foot champs 10 weeks in a row. Dude, could you imagine if like they did a foot swap player for like getting into elite in foot champs? So people that got elite get a foot swap card, and people that didn't get elite just didn't. Like I at this point, I wouldn't even put it past them. Right, let's try and focus on this game a little bit. I've scored a couple of nice goals. I scored that banger with Carroll and then a banger with Rooney. So I'm quite happy with my run so far. Like there are some players in this game, right? I believe that not everything is shown, and you know when people, you know when I try like. You know when I compare players, right? And I'm like, oh, this guy's stats and this guy's stats are like the same. And people are like, you can't compare those. Like comparing, say, a version of Team of the Season Milinkovic-Savic to Ruud Gullit. And, you know, the people on the forums ridicule me. Like, oh, he's never going to be as good as Gullit. And that's like, whatever. We don't know that for sure. But also, we also don't, you know, we can also assume that Ruud Gullit is so good that maybe that's a fair assumption, right? So Milinkovic-Savic Team of the Season might have better stats, but probably won't play better. And as I say, we don't know that for sure. We will only really know when that Team of the Season is created and when we have access to that Team of the Season. But I also, you know, understand and believe that a lot of players have traits, specialities, or just custom animations and custom things. You know, like Cristiano Ronaldo has so many custom contextual animations, like the way he runs, the way he like steps over the ball when somebody tries to tackle him. Sometimes like somebody will literally do a like slide in towards Cristiano Ronaldo, and he'll just like without even doing anything, just scoop the ball up over the tackle. And it's like that. I mean, that shouldn't be allowed because the defending player there has won the ball. He's made the tackle correctly, and he should be rewarded with picking up the ball there, and that should be that, right? So I you know I definitely believe that there are players in this game that that have hidden attributes, hidden boosts, or whether it's traits or specialities. Andy Carroll is one of those players. He hits the ball harder than many people in this game. That's what I've experienced through playing with this Andy Carroll card. And if I go into Footbin, I assume this guy's rage quitting, he is. Harry Kane is also one of those players that, for me, the Team of the Year Harry Kane, whenever I've used him in draft, Team of the Year Harry Kane always just hits the ball so hard. The Andy Carroll, so he has 91 shot power. What chem style do I have on Andy Carroll? Let's have a look. I think I've got a hawk on him. Or have I got... Did I boost his pace? I can't even remember what I put on him. Active squad. What have I got on him? I've got hawk on Andy Carroll. So Andy Carroll with a hawk should have 99 shot power and 94 long shots. But 99 shot power with him versus 99 shot power with somebody else is wildly different. He hits the ball so hard. Like, just so hard. And let's have a look at his traits. Injury prone, power header, target forward. I wonder if target forward is something that makes him strike the ball harder. I don't know. You know, I would love to know. I would love to know what the difference is there. But yeah, Andy Carroll with 2 goals in that game just goes to show you don't need pace, man. You don't need pace. I mean, saying that, I've got 4 absolute pace merchants. But look, what are these cards bugging out for? But that, guys, is the full England squad for today. I'm going to go and finish this DKT and finish Division 1, and that'll be some of the gameplay for tomorrow. EA released nothing, sadly, at 6 PM by way of these foot swap players. There's literally there was a marquee matchups for a foot swap player. We've only got 4 so far, and this promo ends in 16 days. The next one from Foot Champs is next week. So the daily knockout tournament has a Mendy card, and then the other one has a small goal players pack. So we're going to get... Mendy will be the 5th one. So there's still 7 more to come. And because it ends here, I believe, this week... Ooh, does it go into the next set? So... No, so there'll probably be 1 more in a daily knockout tournament. And there'll probably be 2 more in... No, they can't do it in marquee matchups because it ends on the 27th. There's going to be 1 more in marquee matchups. Probably 1 more in daily knockout tournaments. Which means there's got to be a lot of SBCs for it. And do you know when they're going to do it? I'll tell you exactly when they're going to do it. They're going to do it this weekend for the the Foot Champions competitive thing in Manchester this weekend. That's when they're going to do it, aren't they? They're going to do SBCs every day for the players or something that give you these foot swap cards. That's my opinion anyway. But that, guys, was our new squad, our English squad. And that was actually quite fun to play with. I do like the 4-4-2. I do like this team as well. I did invest a bit of coins in this. For those of you that are wondering where my coins have gone, because I'm down to 5.3 million. I did an episode of the best team in FIFA, and I did it on this account. So I'm trying to sell the Alexandro. But I've also got like these guys here that I'm getting rid of now because I've already done a video on these. So that'll be some of the coins back. And then obviously I invested in that Rio Ferdinand. I invested in all those 81s and 82s. But yeah, so I mean, I bought that Cardi as well. I don't even know if he's gone up in price or not. 114, he's probably way lower now. 140. No, he's still about the same. I'm alright with that. If he's still over 100k, I'm happy with that. But yeah, I've still got, obviously, you know, we're still in the same position. We've got a lot of stuff in this club. We've got that Abubakar, Anthony Martial. I sold Delict, actually. I sold him and Arias because I didn't need those anymore. But I've got pages on pages on pages of special cards. And with Player of the Month, hopefully this Friday, hopefully we'll be able to make some good profit on those. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your support immensely. And I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.